Let's be honest for a second. If you're a C-suite executive or a senior director, you are incredibly successful. You are also quite possibly the most undervalued asset on the planet. You're like a prize-winning Stallion. They give you the best hay, they brush your coat, and every now and then the owner pats you on your head, but the owner is the one who keeps the trophy money and you get, well, more nice hay. Right now you are paying a hidden 88% tax on your own intelligence, in average, according to the research. You know, in my experience, for me, it was always my internal KPI that I have to deliver at least 10 times more than I earn to the company. And in most cases, I delivered not just 10x, but more like 50x or 100x. And you know, version 2. I've built a lot of businesses. Those create millions of dollars every year, even after 10, 20, 25 years after I'm already out. So this tax is collected by someone called the corporation. You think your 3, 4, 5, 700 grand of the total compensation is a sign of success? No, it's bribe. It's a very polite bribe to keep you from realizing how many millions you are actually generating to the shareholders. And don't get me wrong, it's a lovely bribe, but it's still not all of your money. Not even close. And now let's talk about how you earn this money. Let's talk about the corporate theater. Think about your last week. How much of it was spent aligning stakeholders? That's a corporate speak for convincing grown adults not to act like toddlers. We've all been in those 2-hour Zoom calls where 8 people, maybe 12 people, with a combined annual income of a few $1,000,000 discuss whether to spend $5,000 on a new piece of software or not. And hey, you just spent $16,000 of executive time. It's just the cost, okay? But then multiply by 10, how much could they earn to the company? And you spent all of this money to decide either you want to spend 5. That's not a business, that's kind of expensive support group for people who like Outlook. In advisory or fractional executive, I don't spend weeks getting this buy-in, okay? I spent $20 on a subscription to Claude or Perplexity, and it replaces an entire analytics department that used to take 3 weeks to find their own shoes, let alone a market insight. And the best part, the AI doesn't ask for a mental health day right before the board meeting. Now I will explain why you are a better salesperson than your VP of sales. Because, you know, I have very interesting experience that most executives tell me, I am not a salesperson, even though they have a huge background of selling something. But oh, please, you sell something every single day. You sell strategy to the board that's terrified of change. You sell synergy, which is the business version of it's not you, it's all for me. The corporate sales reps fail in high-ticket advisory because they sell features. They sell hours and platform access. Oh, it's so boring. It's like selling the gym instead of the six-pack. And when you, as a former executive, talk to a CEO, you aren't selling, you are talking, you are diagnosing, and you speak the language of the P&L. You explain the ROI. You can't do it because you fucking live this nightmare for tens of years. And that's why I can charge more as an independent expert than a Big Four firm used to charge for my time when I was their employee. And because between me and the client, there is no any kind of salesperson who doesn't even understand how a real business works. In 2026, the myth that you need an army of assistants to be an advisor is dead, finally. I remember 2018, I remember COVID time, that's 2020, and things were different. You really had bad time when you don't have other people doing some grunt work. But now it changed completely. Even this presentation you see now, I didn't spend time on that. I just uploaded into an AI and got it in 2 minutes. Now I really have the digital special forces like Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, and tens of our great AIs. They're smart, they're fast, and they have absolutely no soul. They don't care if you choose someone else to do the job. They're the perfect employees, basically like your current board, but they work 24/7 without a coffee break. And here's the kicker. When you go in as an advisor, you don't do the grunt work anyway, even though it's something that cannot be done by the AI. You are the architect. You deliver the meanings, so together with your retainer, you get the right to leverage the client's own staff. You direct their team to give their company the results that you promise. You keep 100% of your margin. They provide 100% of the labor. It's the ultimate leverage. It's almost unfair. Almost. If your personal ROI for a company is 10x and you're only taking home 10% of the value, supposedly less, but well, if you take more than 10%, then probably this video is simply not for you. You need some other ways to monetize your experience. But if you do only 10%, it's not like working, it's you're running a charity for people who are much richer than you are, and it's time to calculate your personal margin gap. It's the distance between the value you create and the value that actually hits your bank account. I've built a market value calculator specifically for global executives. It doesn't look at your salary, it looks at your leverage that you can create. And of course, I did consider that you're not delivering 100% of the time. Actually, you deliver about 40%. Then another 40%, you find new clients, you restore your connections, you sell, and another 20%, you manage your work, you have to organize it. And well, click the link in the description. It takes just 2 minutes and the result will probably make you very angry, and this anger is not bad. Actually, this anger is a fantastic fuel for finally building your own legacy instead of renting out your brain to someone else's. Subscribe, and next time let's talk about how to close a $50,000 deal by asking exactly 3 questions.